Generating glitchy IDM drum patterns is usually associated with Maxim as pure data, but today we're going to be using good old FL Studio's patcher with the help of a few stock plugins to achieve pure 250 plus IQ braindense percussive bliss. Let's open Patcher as an instrument. Here are all the components you will need for the patch. Drumaxx, a Fruity Formula controller, a Fruity Peak controller, 1 MIDI out, 3 transient processors, a multi-band delay, and a limiter to close the chain. The idea behind the patch is to have a random MIDI signal going into Drumaxx, generating unpredictable patterns with an option to control their decay and tone. To do this, we're going to open the Formula controller and select the randomness preset, which will generate a randomized signal with the option to control its bass level and range value through the A and B knobs. I want this signal to randomize the speed LFO's value in the peak controller, so that we can more or less control the speed of the incoming MIDI signal with a knob in the Surface tab. Let's activate the Formula controller's output, the peak controller's LFO speed input, as well as the LFO output, and connect them. Now increase the LFO volume and select the random shape. Time to open MIDI out and click the gearbox on one of the knobs. Select the note controller, click accept and then activate it. Once you connect the peak controller to the MIDI out, it should start generating random note values. Let's connect it to Drumaxx, which will be going into the limiter and then out to FL Studio. We have achieved sound, and while it's not perfect, it's a good starting point. The theme of the day is IDM and microsound adjacent aesthetic, so let's get into it. Head into Drumaxx and choose any preset you want. Now let's click each drum pad and activate their decay knobs. This will allow us to go from short clicky micro drums to a fuller sound in a matter of seconds. Time to add a decay knob in the Surface tab and link all of the newly created Drumaxx inputs to it. Let's add a speed knob in the Surface tab, activate the range knob in the Formula controller, and link it together. We can now more or less control the speed probability of the drum patterns being generated. Now let's add 2 transient processors to our chain. Select the sharp shapes and set high attack and low release on both of them. We want to make the drums clicky and sharp. The next step is adding the multi-band delay to add some rubbery sci-fi metallic sounds to the drums. Set the filter mode to steep. Set the delay time to 0.1. Activate the harmonic scale, which will act as a resonator. Turn the key pitch option on and activate the scale, feedback and morph knobs. Now draw different shapes in each bank so that we can switch between them using the morph knob. Let's add another Fruity Peak controller and add an LFO to the morph knob. Activate the LFO output and link it to the morph input. Let's activate the speed knob and head on to the Surface tab. We want a button to switch the resonator on, and 3 knobs to control multi-band delays parameters. Now let's connect everything together. Time to test it out. Not bad, let's add the last element. Connect the multi-band delays to the transient processor. Set the sharpest shapes and activate the attack, release and split balance to have more control over the sounds being generated. Let's add a label and 3 knobs and connect them. Now let's browse through the Drumaxx presets and pick something interesting. Time for a sound demo and some tips. While the idea was to design a drum pattern generator, at low speeds it works surprisingly well at making one-shots. The interactions between the scale and feedback knobs will result in a very liquidy, rubbery sounds. Split balance will change the sound from dark to bright. When you turn the resonator on and use plenty of feedback, it will start sounding very tonally. You can change the pitch using the scale knob in real time. Adding a lot of decay and release will turn this patch into a robotic sci-fi FX machine. You can also just randomly turn the knobs and enjoy the sounds. And there we have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this patch or preset. Let me know your thoughts on it and I'll see you soon.